Paul, what was it like for you when you got the phone call with the official invitation?
It was amazing. It was amazing. I always wanted to do this. This is a dream of mine to compete for the country. So I was pretty excited to join them. Really, it was Kevin, who I really felt comfortable being in it and accepting that invitation.
Given what happened 2 years ago to get back to this level, what does this personally mean for you?
I think this is just completing the story. Winning this gold medal is definitely completing the story of the injury, and it's a personal achievement for me.
Would you take it as the last chapter in this sort of redemption story for you, 2 years removed?
Yeah, certainly. I almost owe myself this second chance of getting the opportunity to play for the country.
How much concern did you have, or research did you do into the health concerns with everything over there?
I did a lot. But I think Team USA did a good job of keeping us safe. From what I know of, we'll kind of be out of harm's way with the whole virus stuff. They gave us the protocol and the suggestions of what we should do, how we should travel, what we should pack. So for the most part, I feel comfortable with it.
Is there any anxiety about returning to Las Vegas, of all places, for training camp?
Not really. We'll be playing in a new arena, so we won't be at Thomas and Mack. So that's good. But I'm not even thinking about it. Really, my whole focus will be training, getting better, and preparing for Rio.
Have USA officials given you any indication if the stanchions would be placed differently, or if it would be more simulated to an NBA game versus what happened 2 years ago?
I'm not sure, but I know they're definitely that'll be one of the first things that they'll be aware of is where that basket stanchion is. So hopefully it's not close as it was the last trip down there.
What do you think about the roster call and what you guys can do?
I like the roster. Obviously saddened by losing George, but Larry's all about trying to improve and make a better team. And we'll see what this team shapes up. The start of first day of training camp.
About this
What
Team
about the
USA
Team USA
group?
roster?
Yeah, the Team USA group. You get a chance to play with here. What excites you most about looking at that list?
Just the versatility, getting a chance to play with Carmelo, KD, DeAndre, Kyrie. It'll be a fun group, a lot of talent. Just looking forward to seeing where I can make my mark, and, where I can be unique.
What dynamic does Krzyzewski bring in running a group like this? What do you take away from Coach K, having a chance to work with him, working with this crew?
Just how well he deals with, a lot of personalities. Everybody is a star and the man on their team. But you put him, he kind of strips you down. And you have no choice but to listen and hear what he has to say. But he definitely strips you down. He lets you know, you're going to do other things that you're not used to. You're going to do some things that you're uncomfortable with. But when you know what the common goal is, that's to win a gold medal. Nothing else matters.
So you have to adjust to being the 7th or 8th guy every now and then? 9th or 10th maybe on some days?
Yeah, I mean, if I have to, I have to. I'm hoping it doesn't get to that point. I want to be in the top 3. But, really it's whatever he needs me to do.
Well, after dealing with last season, the physical sort of ups and downs that you went through, what is this summer about for you in terms of your body and your preparation level?
I feel healthy. I feel good. One of the reasons why I accepted this invitation. Being out, watching the finals, it definitely had a lot to do with it. But I was a little, I think I pulled the trigger a little too soon by saying that I was unsure about playing. As of now, I feel really good. I've been training well. I feel great. I feel great all around the board.
A lot of players talk about when they play that first Olympics, the change in their game when they come back. Are you anticipating that the same? And what aspects of your game do you expect to see improved by playing in this setting?
I think with playing with USA, I'm so used to playing with the ball. We got 5 guys out there that's going to be able to score at will. Now it's about learning how to play off the ball. I think that's where guys take that next step. Is learning how to space the floor, learning how to cut, learning how to play on the boards, battle on the boards. I think just playing off the ball is where guys take that next step.
Was there a specific day, Paul, or a specific moment when you made the decision? I know when we last saw you at the softball event that you weren't necessarily totally sure. Was there a moment or a day that you finally made the decision?
Yeah. I got a phone call from Coach K a couple weeks ago, and I found out this is his last go around. He's been in my corner ever since the injury, and before the injury, he was in my corner. But a lot of the decision was riding on Coach K as well. It being his last go around, I thought it'd be special to be a part of something.
There are some fans who think that because of what happened 2 years ago, that there is that chance of it happening. I mean, do you see this as no risk at all to you, or do you take that into consideration knowing what happened to you?
It's always a risk. It's always a risk. There's a risk putting my shoes on, stepping on the court. There's always a risk, but I don't play the game looking at injuries. I play the game because I love it.
Do you see the risk as kind of worth it just because you'll be representing your country?
Yeah. I won't let that stop me from a childhood dream. I always wanted to play for the Olympics, so I definitely won't let that stop.
Paul, what about you did in Toronto, and you kind of turned into the superstar? I mean, you've been one, but I think that was your natural coming out party. Anyway, did you see it that way? What do you think about what you did there?
No, I told Coach Frank, I was ready. I put my hard hat on and I was ready. I was ready for the challenge. I was ready to put this team on my back, and I was ready to become a leader. That was the talk that me and him had, and he put me in a position to be the starter.
Paul, what about the guys that have turned down the invitation to play in the Olympics? What's your thoughts about that?
Everybody has something different that's going on in their world. A lot of guys are injured. A lot of guys have deep playoff runs. A lot of guys can use that rest. Myself, I can use that, extra games and time to better my game.
Different coach, different looking roster, maybe different looking lineup. What is your sense of the direction this summer?
Well, I think we're just continuing on with what Coach Frank was pushing for, and that's play up tempo, play a faster style. We got that in one of the quickest point guards in the league, and one of the most versatile power forwards in the league. So, that's the direction we're going. I feel comfortable with it.
Have you spoke to Teague since all this went down?
I haven't spoken to either one of them.
Paul, some people don't get bit by mosquitoes. I don't mean this to be a dumb question, but I don't get bit, but some people do, still don't. How about you? Are you a bitey or not?
I am.
You are?
I guess I'm attractive to it too.
You calling me ugly?
Hey, you called yourself ugly.
Paul, so after your injury last year, did you ever think that the Olympics was a possibility again?
Yeah. Even after the injury, I talked with Coach K then, and he said, "Healthy, you have a spot on this roster." So this time came back around for me. We had that talk again, and here I am.
How much did it mean?
Do you feel any lingering impact of that injury, or are you completely 100% recovered from that now?
Yeah, I'm completely recovered. Athletic-wise, I feel back to myself. Really, I won't even notice it other than I put my socks and shoes on. It's glancing, I don't notice it, but it has no physical, weaknesses or. I feel full strength. My body feels amazing. My leg feels amazing.
You don't feel that titanium rod in your leg?
And mentally, when you go in for a breakaway, is that ship long since sailed, or do you still kind of remember it?
Yeah, no, I don't remember it. I don't remember it at all. It was kind of a lost story now in my mind.
When they won, they said they were going to give you a gold medal. Did they? And if so, where is it?
It's in Rio. Just waiting for it.
How much did it mean to you? I mean, I know this was a long time ago, but how much did it mean, given your relationship with Coach K, that they automatically said, whenever you're ready, there's a reserve spot for you with Jerry and with Coach K? How much did that mean, and how much of an influence did that have on this decision?
It meant a lot. I really grew up in the USA basketball program. Been there ever since a rookie year, so it meant a lot. It meant they're committed with me. Same way I was committed to them.
We saw after every practice a couple of years ago, you go at it with James Harden and everything. Would you expect to do the same? Is that kind of better than anything you could be doing on your own time in the summer?
That was the best, really the best training and workouts we had. Was battling against one another. I'm sure me and KD would get back into having those competitive matchups. Looking forward to it. Both of us gained a lot from that.
When Coach K calls, I mean, you stressed it already, but like that's a special moment. You can't say no when Mike Krzyzewski calls. You can't.
Yeah, you can't turn down Coach K, especially when he throws. This is my last, Olympic out there. Can't tell him no after that.
When did you first meet Coach K?
First met Coach K. It was going into my second year. When I was on the select team. That was my first chance of meeting and sitting down with him, and he came up and talked to me, and he pretty much just told me it was special, and at some point you'll be playing for me.